breathing hard. Over hill and dale, through the stream, through the mud. This will go anywhere. It'll just go, go, go. Wow. I told you can fit like 5 people on it. Big wheel for big fun. Oh, hell yeah. That ain't nothing. That's what it's made to do. Oh,
that squirrel way out of the race line, man.
Watch a big wheel make easy work of this straight up wall right here. You see the look on that kid's face down there. He's like, what is that? This thing's just straight up badass. Over hill and dale, through the stream, through the mud. This will go anywhere. It'll just go, go, go. It's a big wheel 200, Yamaha's ATC. You can ride it on the street. You can rip it up a hill. It'll definitely rip your house off the foundation. Look at this thing. Look at the hairy knobs on those tires. Hell yeah. It's got a really low first gear and a 5th gear overdrive for when you gotta make a getaway. Let me demonstrate. No ordinary 200. Check this thing out. Look at the massive tire, the twin rear shocks, the super wide swing arm. It's got a jack shaft for the chain, twin chain drive. Pretty badass. Big rack on the back here. You can put probably 4 or 5 people on this. Plenty of room. Serious. Feast your eyes, fellas, on Yamaha's all-terrain cycle. This is the BW200, and easy to see that BW stands for big wheel. These are the biggest tires I've ever seen on what I would call a motorcycle, because it's 2 wheels, but Yamaha classified this as a ATC. So there's a cult following on these, and for good reason. They're an absolute hoot. Single overhead cam, 2-valve, air-cooled, 4-stroke engine is absolutely bulletproof. This same engine, I've had bikes through here. I've had street legal versions of this with the motorcycle wheels on it, the same motor with over 30,000 miles on them. They'll run forever. Super cool to look at, super fun to ride. Perfect for around, you want something for around the farm, trail riding, pit bike, taking it to camp with you, or on the back of your camper. I can't think of a better bike. Super easy to ride. It even has a headlight and a tail light. Yamaha marketed this as a dual purpose, which usually means street legal. You have to check in your area if it could be registered or not, but it's got lights on it. Let's take it for a rip. Now I know why James had this thing squirreled away at his Kentucky house. He's like, yeah, came back 1 bike short. I'm like, where's the big BW200? Oh, yeah, I left it at my house. Yeah, I want to buy it. And I was like, well, we want to take it back. We've never had one. We want to bring it back and play with it. Then you can buy it. But once we got it, we realized what was up. Check it out. This thing's badass. I got an extensive work order. We went through the thing front to the back. It's got brand new. Look at these tires, man. These are Pathfinders, man. 25 by 8 by 12s. Monster Mutter Pathfinders.
Big sidewall on these. Air them down.
Aluminum front rim. I think, you know, it kind of looks like a modern Rokon with good suspension. Long travel suspension. Double shocks. Nice original exhaust. Now, if you look closely, you can see that this thing has been covered with bedliner material on the tank, which is the same stuff I have on the floor of my shipping, our motorcycle shipping trailer. It's been there for 20 years. And it's absolutely bulletproof. The fenders have been coated with bedliner. The tank, the rack on the back, the rear fender. We had it down in the detail shop. The boys touched up the red on the frame. They repainted the motor. It's got a brand new set of grips on it. It was down in the service shop. Pretty much everybody here in the shop got involved with this project. Kind of a cool project. It's been detailed, cleaned up, and she's ready for a new home. It's ready to go. Let me read the work order in case so I don't forget. And then, like I said, headlight. It's got a headlight and a tail light. Marketed as dual purpose. You might be able to register. I'm not quite sure. You have to check with your local DMV. Here's a work order here. We have a total over $2,000 was put into this thing. We have a work order for $1,778. That doesn't include the new tires on it or the new air filter. But it had been in the detail shop, full 8 hours in a detail shop, and Lance had 9.5 hours on it in the service department. It's got a new air filter, new fuel petcock, new spark plug, non-ethanol fuel. It's got Bellray fresh 10W40 Bellray oil. Let me get to the right page here. Engine compression tested a perfect 160 PSI. It's got a new spark plug in it. Serviced the brakes, did a carb overhaul. There were no parts required, just dismantled it, cleaned the jets out so it ran perfectly, adjusted it. And what else? Put a 110 main in it, put the needle on position 1, and went through the whole bike, front to back, nut and bolt on the thing. Junior, is there anything you'd like to add about this?
Yeah, exceeded my expectations. Definitely easy to ride. Cornering it is really predictable, especially on a flat surface. A lot of cool factor, you know. You can definitely cruise at super low speeds with it like basically propping itself up. So probably a great beginner's bike or a good swap meet.
That's what Billy said. It practically stands up on its own, you know, because the tires, you almost don't need a kickstand. The tires are so
Guys,
wide.
we can ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively. Message your zip code for a shipping quote. Wrap it up, Pops.
The detail shop, they steam cleaned it, hand washed it, degreased it. They touched up the frame, the engine, the swing arm. They painted the handlebars and the controls, put new grips on it. They polished the fork lowers, polished the front wheel. You can see that aluminum wheel's been nicely polished. Detailed all the hardware on it. Cleaned the tires. I guess I'll need to clean them again because we just got them dirty. The seat, and put the new tank decals on there. So I think that pretty much summarized it. The engine's been repainted. So it was in the detail shop for 9.5 hours. You can see they did the high temp black on the pipe and gloss on the heat shields. So pretty cool piece. It's a 1985, which makes it what, 37 years old. So obviously it's been sitting in someone's garage unridden for most of that time. So it's ready to be unleashed. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We've been here for, well, 10 years now, and had over 5,000 bikes come through the shop. This is the first BW. I don't know if what the production stats were on them or whether people hang on to them and just don't sell them, but it's a cool piece. And I can see why James, he wanted to keep this for his farm down in Florida, so you can see why. Sounds awesome too. It looks awesome, sounds awesome. It's fun to ride, and that's what it's all about. It is awesome. Ride down. You should film on the way down. This is 2 up with Junior on the back. 400 and probably 40 pounds on here right now. And it ain't even breathing hard. And it rides nice and smooth. Suspension's nice. I think the tires give you a level of suspension too, because they're low pressure tires, so it rolls over rocks and stuff like they're not even there. It's really bizarre. On a dirt bike you would feel everything. You don't with this. It just glides over everything.
That's the sidewall. The car guys know with a big sidewall you can get away with potholes and stuff in the road and less road noise and shit like that, you know.
If you live down in Florida and you want to ride through the Everglades and stuff, this thing would be awesome through mud and sand and stuff like that. And I bet it's really good in the snow too. Motor's nice and quiet, no valve or piston slapping or anything like that. It's no cam chain noise, just a basic. These engines, guys, these are bulletproof. Like I said, I had a friend who had one arm who had a Yamaha 200, the street legal enduro version, and he rode it to work with one arm for years. He had the bike had over 30,000 miles on it when we got it, and it was original, still ran good. So Yamaha really did a great job on these. They're absolutely bulletproof. This one's serviced and ready to go. If you have any questions on it, give us a call. It'll be here waiting for you. Thanks Thanks for watching, and God bless America.